Hello world, so you just learned how to poach eggs because you watched yours truly teach you. You haven't yet? That's okay. Click here and I'll be waiting. So you learned how to poach eggs. What's next? I'm gonna suggest doing some hollandaise sauce so you can make some pretty banging eggs benedict. People still stop banging, right? You know what I'm talking about. Cut into that yolk, watch it ooze out. Everyone's eyes are big and wide like saucers and amazingness that is eggs benedict. It looks complicated. It's not, and hollandaise sauce isn't finicky. It can be, but not with these 3 ways I'm going to show you. Now, nothing is traditional about these ways. So if you're a proper chef, properly trained, you're probably going to cringe. But if you are a proper chef, I honestly don't know why you're watching me. These are for everybody else who thinks they can't make something beautiful. It's so easy. Everyone should have this in their repertoire. So, sit back, relax, learn a thing or two, be entertained, maybe. Up to you. Maybe I'll do both. I'm trying. And before you know it, you'll no longer need to go to that breakfast place anymore because your place will be the breakfast spot. So, enjoy the show. So you've never seen this video before and you don't know how to make hollandaise sauce, so you decided I'm going to use the packaged stuff. Well, here it is. Water, heat, stir. Do not use this. It took longer. Only thing going for it is cheaper. I was wholly unimpressed by this. In fact, here's my hot take. I would call this more, How's it smell? Whew. Smells, well, not good. A little taste. That's awful. Time to erase that memory. Let's make the real deal. So, get a bowl, a pot, some water. Put that water to simmer. Put that bowl on top of the pot and add all your ingredients at once. Now, this is a hybrid of technique. The traditional way and the way that I usually do it. Now, the reason I am showing you this first is because I think this is foolproof. I think it was very hard to overcook your hollandaise sauce. It's much slower, but it's the baby steps. So, like I said, add everything at once, and you just keep on mixing until you get your desired thickness. Now, this took about 9 minutes. May take you longer, may take you shorter. It really depends. But all you need to do is pay attention to the mixture and just keep on whisking. Whisk until your arms can't whisk anymore. I sped up the footage because, whisking's only so much fun to watch. As you can see, the hollandaise sauce is starting to thicken up here. This is almost done, about a minute or so. Pretty soon, you have to make a choice. Do you want it thick or do you want it thin? It's all on you. I mean, isn't that why you're cooking in the first place? So you can control the final product? I like it a little more thick. So, if you're worried about too much heat getting into the bowl, you can lift up the bowl and whisk and put it back down, controlling how much heat hits the bottom. Since it's a double boiler, you probably won't need this. How do you know if it's done? Well, you coat the back of a spoon, run your finger across it, and you want to see that. It's called nappe, I think. I'm not French, but pretty sure. Once your hollandaise sauce is done, it's time to give it some seasoning. A little salt and pepper, and there you go. That wasn't hard. That was a breeze. But what are you saying to yourself? I want it faster. I want it more visually impressive, and I want more equipment. Well, you're in luck. There's this method. Get yourself a saucepan, a stick of butter, medium-high heat, and melt that sucker down. You want it to be bubbling. Now, you say, this is a block of butter? Well, I use Irish butter. They don't come in sticks. Trust me, this is a stick of butter. You want this to be hot enough to help with the emulsion, but not so hot that you're burning the butter. It's a sweet spot, about 220 degrees. If you're curious, it should look like this. Glass beaker, measuring cup, whatever, but you want the bottom to barely fit your immersion blender. Yes, you're going to need an immersion blender. Now you add your egg yolk, your lemon juice, your water all together, and then you're going to put the blender into the cup. And you're going to blend constantly. Now while you're blending, you're going to take that melted butter and pour it in, creating an emulsion, but pour it in slowly. You can break the sauce by pouring it in too fast. Now, what I should have done is put this in another measuring cup to make pouring easy. As you see, I made a mess. But it still came out great. This takes a little patience, and I should have used a lighter pot. It's quite the forearm workout, holding that pot, pouring it in, but, looks pretty. So continue pouring the butter and blending at the same time. Once you have more volume in that cup, you can go faster, but trust me, you don't want to speed this up. you can still break the sauce. Just do it at a constant rate, you'll be fine. Now, total time is about 6 minutes, and you don't, lose your arm from whisking. So it's up to you. And once it's said and done, it's gonna make a velvety hollandaise sauce. Don't forget to season. But that's too basic. You want more? You're a fancy lad? Well, fine. All right then. So this is how you level up the hollandaise sauce. Get yourself some shallots, black pepper, bay leaves, and some champagne vinegar. Take all those, throw them in a pot, set the medium-high heat, and reduce. Now, if you're feeling a little skittish, you can always set that high and back it off. It'll take longer, but you won't burn it. Don't burn this. Okay. You're going to reduce it until you got about a tablespoon worth of liquid left. Eyeball it. Now, once it's all said and done, you got to strain it. You don't want all those bits in your hollandaise sauce. So get yourself a strainer and a vessel to catch the liquid. Press gently to squeeze all that liquid out. Don't go so hard that you tip it over and put everything back in that vessel and you have to start all over again. Or worse, you spill everything and you start really all over again. So, be cautious. Now for my favorite way to make hollandaise sauce. It's early in the morning and I don't want to fuss about. I don't want to wait for a double boiler and I don't want to break out all the equipment to make the immersion blender style. Get a stainless steel bowl, a whisk, and a towel to hold on to the bowl. Put everybody in the pool, the butter, the egg yolk, the water, the lemon juice, and the vinegar reduction, and put it right on the stove. Medium heat and whisk away. Keep on whisking. You can't stop whisking. You got to pay attention. Now, you can have it higher if you're feeling more confident, but I warn you, you want hollandaise sauce. You don't want scrambled eggs, so try not to rush this step. And you just keep on whisking. If you think it's getting too hot, pull it off the burner, then put it back on. And do that dance until you're happy with it. Go at your confidence level. It's okay if it takes longer. You'll be more frustrated if you screw this up. So, patience is key. And that's what I did, back and forth until it was done. And desired texture is up to you, and once it's done, all you have to do is season it. Salt, pepper, what have you. Now, you have 3 ways to make hollandaise sauce. What should you do with it? Well, I have this suggestion. Generous amount of hollandaise sauce. For extra measure, a little more pepper. Frame, and there you go. And that's 3 ways to make hollandaise sauce. All easy and all super tasty. If you want more information and the ingredient amounts, please go to aaliyahminch.com for more information. Give a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing. Until next video, keep on cooking, world.